So this is just going to be a little drill or series of drills that are using the Marty X basically. So have a look at the Marty X in terms of the positions to put these balls, but they intersect with the diamonds. And then I'm just going to be going through a series of shots, playing 9 balls in this case, but you can play any number you want. You could do all 15 if you wanted. But I'm just trying to make 9 stop shots or stun shots. And then I'm going to repeat the drill and do follow shots and try and follow the cue ball into the pocket as much as possible or get as close as I can. Then I'm going to do some draws, trying to draw, not power draw really, just trying to draw past the centre of the table if I can, as straight as possible. And finally, the 4th section will be centre ball spot shots. So yeah, with the stop shots, with any of these drills, if I miss the pot or I don't really execute the type of shot I want, so for example if I draw the ball or follow it when I'm trying to do a stop shot, then it's not going to count. The ball will stay on the table, and as you can see here, if I miss the pot, the ball stays out. I'll continue through the remainder of the balls and then I'll have another round of any missed shots until I've executed them all. So I'll play a minimum of 9 shots for each round, but there will be extra attempts for where I've messed up. So already I've missed 2, but this is the kind of drill where your first few shots are going to be hopefully the worst, and then you'll settle into it and start stroking the ball a bit better. On this final shot, I'm not really going to count this one. I have to replay it because, as you'll see, I do play on the cue ball where I'm supposed to, but I decelerate a little bit, and that's why it ends up being a drag shot where the cue ball still rolls into the pocket, and that's obviously not good enough. So even though we pocketed the ball, that's not going to count. So we spot it again and play it as a stop shot. Just introduce that additional speed so that the timing of the spin helps kill the cue ball on impact. Alright, so now we start with the follow. So I'm shooting into a different pocket this time, but it's just a reflection of the positions from earlier. So not a good first shot. As you can see, I came across the ball a little bit. I'll have another go, but yeah, it turns out I don't think I've got the markings perfect, and you'll see that from the drill. Even when I hit a good shot and play a better follow, if I'm putting the ball clean in the middle of the pocket, I'm not following through in a straight line. I'm hitting the long rail. As you can see there, I can cheat the pocket a little bit to try and get closer to pocketing the cue ball. But yeah, I think the markings need to be adjusted slightly so that these positions are straight in an exact straight line. It's a very slight cut as it is, but still a worthwhile drill. I'll just not benefit as much from seeing the cue ball follow into the pocket. And that concludes the follow drill. Tried my best to cheat the pocket a little bit just to get the cue ball in, almost, but not quite. And I just want an extra shot on the other pocket with the markings that feel a little bit straighter, just to see if I can follow this one straight in, just for that extra visual feedback. So I just get down again. This doesn't count as the drill, this is just my morbid curiosity really. Play a nice clean follow and straighten the pocket, so I think I'll get those markings updated for next time. And then there's a bit more visual feedback about how straight the shot was. Alright, so this is the draw drill. Again, not trying to necessarily draw it, right back into the pocket. That would require a real good stroke, decent cue power. All I'm really trying to do is get the cue ball past the middle of the table. It's just a controlled draw I'm trying to do here. I'm more focused on how straight I cue it and how straight the draw comes back. I want to ideally come back over the centre of the table, but as you'll see in some cases I'm coming across the ball a little bit and drawing to the right hand side of centre as I look down the shot. So even though the draw themselves haven't been, that impressive, I'm quite pleased that I got through every shot here without missing a ball. That's the main point of this drill. You want a good cue ball, but you want consistency in terms of the putting as well. This is the fourth and final part of the exercise. This is just a centre ball spot shot. So we're just trying to cut the ball in. We're not trying to power it in, we're just trying to stroke it in. So we'll expect our cue ball to sort of head towards where the balls are on the left rail. But it's really not about the cue ball position, it's about getting some clean, controlled potting, finding the line of the shot. As you'll see, I missed quite a few balls here. I go through quite a few rounds to wrap up this section. But this, I would argue, is probably the hardest of the four drills, just because there's an aiming component to it. Whereas the others you can really just rely on straight cueing, you don't have to find the line of the shot, the cut angle and all that stuff. Okay, so 5 balls missed there. So we'll go through these balls again in order as another round. And I think you can see there's definitely work to do from my perspective. I would expect to do better than 4 balls in terms of pocketing, but there is a rhythm element to this. I think you usually pot a few balls in succession and miss a few in succession as well if you're going to miss. I think this is a drill where it's easy to get a little bit lazy and almost assume you're aiming correctly rather than put in the discipline and go through your pre-shot routine every time. So that's the main thing we're trying to reinforce with this, I think. Okay, absolutely butchered the 9 ball again, but we're down to just 2 balls now. Would ideally like to clear these in this round and finish on 3 rounds. Missed the 9 ball for a 3rd time. So we're almost done with the drill now. We just need to pocket this 9 ball. Hopefully you find that useful. A number of Mighty X drills to help develop your stroke, make it more consistent, identify issues. So hopefully useful to people out there to maybe add into their own routine. And as always, plenty of improvement needed from myself, so I'll be giving this a few more goes very soon.